Choo choo, the train starts. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Happy Disability Pride Month.
Yippee.
Yay! Oh my gosh, y'all are here early. I wasn't sure. Tired Ratman, Asha, Sai, good morning. Thank you so much for helping us kick off the raid train bright and early. I'm still, believe it or not, preparing some last minute things. I'm scrambling.
You're good.
But I want to copy the raid. Where's the raid message? I want to at least have that in chat, and maybe we can pin that. Or just
yes, I have to recopy
Platoon.
that. I had a copy, but then I had to copy your Steam ID. So let me go recopy that.
It's valid.
Where it at? Pull
Yay.
it there. There it is.
Froge, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. It's
Happy Raid Train Spoon Platoon kickoff. Jace, good morning.
There we go. Thank you. I'm going to pin that message.
Perfect. Yeah, I posted it. If you are coming in with the raid train, feel free to copy and paste that message. If not, no worries. Let us bring you up to speed. For those of you who are just coming in, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. And Trip Daku so much for agreeing to be the first in the class to present the project. You will be graded on a curve as a result.
I'll take it. I'll accept that curve and I'll embrace it.
You will be graded on a curve, don't worry. It's early. It's 8 a.m. for me. I don't know what time it is for you.
It is also 8 a.m. for me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, same time zone. All right. Yeah, so it's bright and early, 8 a.m. I'm already almost done with my last cup of coffee. I was making website adjustments up until just 5 minutes ago.
Wow, you're really cutting it close here today.
I am. I have not slept. But I'm excited. I woke up at 4 a.m. and I've been up ever since, but I'm very excited for this.
That is tragic.
But you did a wildly long stream yesterday, though. Do you want to...
Yeah, I did stream for 10 hours yesterday.
And I was there, and I was like, oh, interesting.
There was a good reason.
Are you going to be okay to be this early?
Oh, yeah, I was fine. There was good reason. I was part of the DC3, the stream team that kind of brought me into the fold. I was doing part of their raid train yesterday.
I'm in that as well. My slot is tomorrow. I'm right before Chi-Chi.
Nice.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I had that in the evening, but I had also agreed to do... I had a D&D stream at noon that was going to end at 5. So I was like, I'm either going to have to take a 3-hour break between streams, or it's just going to be a long-ass stream. So it decided long stream.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so you did a wombo combo stream. Mm-hmm. That's incredible. Wow.
I'm trying to find how to set jumps. I'm starting to get everything set up while we were prepping. I can't find where the disabled jumps is, which is annoying, but
interesting how Sai, aka Synesthesia, is also navigating menus in Golf with Friends. Is that is that a sign? Is that a sign? Also, though, if you aren't really sure what's going on, or even if you do, let me just explain from the top. Today we are kicking off the Spoon Platoon Disability Pride Month raid train. We have over 100 amazing, fantastic disabled streamers joining us for this incredible event. And it's running from today all the way until July 28th, where I will be closing us out and being the last stop along the train. There are amazing, incredible beans here in chat. Froge, Sai, Jace, Aja. I just woke up, Ashley Pons, hi. And Medalier. Oh my gosh. Daku, all so much for being here so early in the morning.
I did not expect as many wonderful beans to wake up with us for this start. You were
Let
all
me get you some
appreciated. Thank you very
donuts or
much.
some brekkie snacks or
Right?
something.
I didn't get around to getting breakfast because I didn't wake up like as soon as my alarm went off
Mm-hmm.
because I have also I'm ready to start whenever you are if we want to chat and golf.
Sure, sure.
One of my disabilities, Marfan syndrome. Most
While you're saying
mornings,
that, I'll just finish my message in my
yeah,
Discord and then we can start. Sorry.
yeah, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
One of my issues, Marfan syndrome. Most mornings, I have to like manually, like adjust my joints in the mornings
Whoa.
because like they'll kind of like slip out of like they'll slip.
I have a friend who also has Marfan. Oh my gosh, that's wild. I never met anyone else with that.
Sometimes they're kind. Oh, I didn't realize you were. Sorry, wait.
Yeah, no, I said I was gonna finish prepping the
Oh, I'm
post of
sorry.
Jerry. No,
It's
it's
okay.
okay.
We'll
Luna.
I'll take us back to the menu.
It's Ellie.
This is okay. Um, but yeah, so when I wake up,
Mm-hmm.
that's not, I have to like typically, getting up for me is a slow process. That,
Yeah.
because depending on how I slept depends on how bad my joints are going to be. Today was I had some slippy hips this morning, so I had to,
Oh no, not the slippy hips. I hate that it rhymes so well like that too. Like I
yeah,
feel bad that it goes so well like that, right?
yeah, I had to kind of like get my hips like, it's not so much that they like fully dislocate, but they just kind of
Hmm.
slip.
You know what's wild is I've been having something like that. I don't have Marfan, but I've been
Mm-hmm.
having something like that with my shoulder where I think I might have like injured it from stretching too far
Mm-hmm.
improperly. And like every now and then if I stretch for something or reach for something too far, my shoulder slips out and I'm like, ah!
Ooh,
I should probably see a doctor.
probably. One of the Marfans is since we're it's Disability Pride Month, pretty good time to talk about
Yeah,
my
talk
disabilities in
about
more detail.
your if you feel
Uh,
comfy,
oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Marfan syndrome is a pretty rare genetic condition, varying severity among different peoples. Mine comes with a weird little quirk where my one shoulder joint
Mm-hmm.
isn't entirely fused together,
Whoa.
so I can open up my shoulder. And by open it
Wow.
up, I mean like open it up. So like I can put my finger in between the parts of my shoulder joint and like feel around in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
Whoa.
gross, but kind of cool because it doesn't really hurt to do
I was
that too
like, does
much.
it hurt? But is it damaging?
Nah, it's
Oh.
just the condition makes you very Oh yeah, I can invite.
Okay, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you,
You're
but
good. You're good. Yeah, let me actually have to go back to increase the lobby size for that. Invite only.
you're
Yeah,
perfect.
I'll go snag their
It's just synesthesia. Moonstar, good morning. I'm debating leaving my bed for my PC to watch. Oh my gosh, Asha, like, let your toesies warm up first before you put them to work, you know?
Indeed. Enjoy the warm embrace of the bed as long as you
Yeah,
can.
yeah. Let us do like a warm up round of me being terrible at this game before you
There
get
you
out
go.
of bed.
There's synesthesia. I had to look up the spelling because I did not know how to spell that.
Oh, I know, right? It was tricky for me at first too. Okay,
Spelling is not my gifting.
that's okay. You don't need it anymore these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Autocorrect does it for you.
I
Um,
know lots of weird words. I just typically don't know how to spell them.
that's okay. That's okay.
Get a very I have a very weird, expansive vocabulary. I'll give myself points there, but
Like SAT words of the day, like
mm,
you'd probably know a bunch.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Though my community loves to joke that I have a terrible habit of like I'll say a word, be unsure if it's a real word, check, and it's like this word was mostly phased out in the late 1800s, and I'm like, God damn it!
Oh, that's funny. Added. Perfect
There we
sign.
go.
Look at us go.
Alrighty, I'll triple check this time. Are you Let me know when you're ready for the putt-putts. No rush.
Oh, I'm ready
You
now.
ready for the puttage? Okay.
Yeah.
I have enabled jumping, and that's it.
Okay.
Other than that, we're pretty base.
Okay. I'm pretty bad either way, so... Oh. I was like, I thought I was the clown for a second. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, I did not turn on jumping. I thought I jumping on. That's okay. We're
Okay.
classicing.
Okay.
We're jumpless.
Okay. I overshot it. Oh.
I also overshot.
I'm so bad. Okay. Double bogey.
Of course, happy to start us out.
I don't know if you wanted to get Sai in here too in the VC, or if you just wanted to keep it just us. I don't know how you are with like multiple people in VC.
I'd be fine with bringing Sai into VC if you want.
Alright, Sai, if you want to join VC, you're welcome to.
And yes,
no pressure either way.
My mushroom does have a name. Their name is Shroom Patch, is what we call.
Patch, aww.
That's what we call my PNG tuber. Let me move my stuff over because I realized
I love
the
that.
whole counter's on that side.
Oh my gosh, the barrel, wait. Oh. Okay.
Gotta wait for the hole in the bottom.
Whee! Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
Okay, we're cooking.
Okay. I'm so used to doing jump, and I thought I enabled jump, but I did not successfully.
I've never jumped in this, so I'm glad
really?
that the warm-up round. Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Also, yes, I did sneakily get a hole in one there earlier. Last hole.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, Shroom Patch. Like Shroom and then Patch. Like eye patch. Oh, I'm so close. Almost got in. That's okay.
Oh. It's okay. These are all just warm-ups, right? These are
How do we want to bring in Sai? I realized. How do we bring in Sai?
I would have to do it.
Yeah.
I get to teach you, add people, add friends to the Sai. Hey.
Trying to figure out what. Oh, you've got a little Sherlock Holmes hat on. I had to zoom in to see like what your hat was, what your golf ball's wearing. A little Sherlock Holmes. Yes. Happy raid train, everyone. I hope giving a good start to the week here, bright and early on a Sunday morning. There we go. I gotta hop over here.
Oh, yep. Thank goodness.
There we go.
Hello. Sorry about that.
You're good.
I thought it would just add Sai. I didn't know it would create a whole new.
It is okay.
Discord doing things the easy way?
It would never.
No,
yeah,
it would never.
Also, hello. It's
hello.
Nice to like officially meet you and all that.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I've seen your name around a lot in the spreadsheets, so I feel like I know you. But...
Trip also joined for Monster Prom or Monster Camp last time when I did the when we were doing the air.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes.
And we may be doing more Monster Prom / Camp / Road Trip together as well. Oh, I did not jump enough.
I jumped too much.
Oh, me too. Wow, I only think in extremes. Clearly, I can't gently lob it.
Oh, of course, then I get it perfect on the third try. It just goes right in.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I still find it funny that like I originally got into Monster Prom from my community doing a channel point redemption for it
Really?
because I thought I wouldn't like it. I thought I wouldn't find it fun
Aw.
because I completely
And
misunderstood what it was as a game.
oh, that's okay though, because at least you were open enough to try it, and now
But
you know you
I'm like
enjoy it.
I'm one of those I'll try basically anything once. Ah, I was right on the edge. I'm one of those I'll basically try anything once kind of people. Within reason, of course.
That's so valid. Okay, I'm finally getting around to posting this Discord thing. Love
You're
that
good.
mess.
Also, I added you in the title, so it might have, I know Twitch is trying to roll out, like, a thing that notifies, that does it so, like, when you're doing a group stream with somebody, it like, auto-recognizes it. I've noticed.
I know they got rid of the hosting feature
They
ever
did.
ago,
Yeah.
which stinks. We missed that
I missed
one.
that. Ah!
Oh, I overshot it. Shoot. How do
Indeed,
I-
lots of, voice acting skills were displayed last Monsterage.
And reading. Are you kidding me? The amount of reading that we had to do on
So
stream
much
was
reading.
actually incredible.
No! There we go.
Like that was actually tough, right?
It was a little tough. Reading is not something I'm very good at with my diplopia, so I...
Even more incredible than that you did. So.
Well, like, my air quotes job, like, the other thing that I do for income is, reading audiobooks.
That's
So I've
cool.
had to kind of learn how to adapt in that regard.
I've like wanted to like do that, but like I think they wanted me to do some like weird amount of like reading without being paid first as a test, and I'm
Ew.
like,
Yeah.
maybe just the company that I was going for was not really the best, but
Could be. Like, I had...
that seems like a cool thing to do.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get into proper voice acting, but it's enjoyable.
It's tough to break into.
Yes.
And now that I know that though, I'm always seeing VA stuff on Twitter. So I'll definitely send some your way. I'm always seeing those like people looking for, but a lot of the time they're looking for roles that like I don't fit, so I don't, like apply myself. And also, I don't have a professional audio setup yet, like where I have soundproofing and such. So it's just a pipe dream for me, really.
I don't have soundproofing, but I've got a pretty...
Decent. No, your mic sounds lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I've signed up for a couple of those. None yet, but like I've not gotten any of the roles.
Manifesting. Not too late.
There we go.
You got this. I'm gonna, now that I know, I literally, I'm telling you, I see so many opportunities on Twitter. I'm gonna send all of them your way.
Absolutely, go for it.
Like, I'm gonna go through my bookmarks because I have some that after stream, like I already am thinking of.
See, what was the one I did the other day? I did a voice audition the other day for an audio drama podcast about the adventures of Edgar Allan Poe.
What? I love Edgar Allan Poe.
I auditioned...
love tortured poets and artists. I am one. It's really good content.
Yeah, it's great. So the role in question was for Edgar Allan Poe, and since it was specifically a bilingual show, English and Spanish, I speak a lot of Spanish, so I've seen, and I've got, I did a take in it both in my natural accent and in, such a close shot, and in, a Virginian accent.
Nice.
That, like Edgar Allan Poe has. I actually live in Virginia, so I've gotten used to what people here sound like. So that was
That's literally perfect. That
Yeah, it
sounds
seemed
like that
like a-
role was meant for you.
yeah, it seemed like a gimme. So I went for it.
I hope you get it.
I hope so. Backstage, I signed up for Backstage. I will give you
Oh yeah.
the tea about Backstage.
You have to pay for it though,
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of a scam.
I know. I had signed up for it a couple years ago myself, actually.
Yeah. Well, my
I
sister.
also paid for acting classes. Not worth it.
No,
At
I've
least the
heard.
ones that I went to.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of those are kind of a sinkhole as well.
That was 100% it. Yeah. Although I did meet a couple cool people through it, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I signed up for like I was sent a backstage like there was like a roll call for something I fit really well for, and I looked into it. You actually have to pay to even apply for roles on
Really?
backstage. Yeah, you can't even start the application process
Oh yeah,
without paying
wait.
money.
You know what? Yeah, I sorry. I'm also typing the Twitter thingy. But yeah, no. I did know that actually,
Yeah.
and I think that was what ultimately I was like. Granted, like I don't know. They do have some big title like they would have some
Mm-hmm.
A-list movie listing things, or like they would have like the Netflix like
Mm-hmm.
movie or like show stuff. But there are other ways. I think a lot of the times it's like who you know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, generally speaking, that's how it tends to go, unfortunately.
Also,
Yeah.
also, I think it's called Voices. Voices. There was another one I used to find the audiobook job I got.
Oh,
Um,
voices. Interesting.
I haven't used it since because it was like kind of a smaller site. I
I
don't
think
remember
that's
what
an
it was.
interesting thing to talk about too while we're kicking off Disability Pride Month Great Train Spoon Platoon. What are some like as a disabled creator, as disabled streamer, like what are some other like jobs or forms of income that you have found work for you? Like
Yeah,
in
that is.
addition to managing and balancing being a creator, right?
Yeah, I agree. That's a great topic source. Also, Hypo points out Casting Call Club. I've not heard of Casting Call Club. I'll have to look into
Write
that
that
one.
down, write that down.
Yeah. Let me alt tab and write that down. I found that doing the voice work has been the most natural second thing for me personally. I do audiobook readings and just general.
Sorry, I'm so bad at this one.
You're
No,
good. I don't really know what to call the other side of what I do. I guess it would be like project consulting.
Oh, okay.
Typically, in the realm of disability, accessibility for things like games and websites and that sort of thing.
Okay, that makes sense. That's really cool though. We need more people advocating for accessibility within
Oh,
video
for sure.
games. Like that's huge. And I love that you're involved in that amount of like positive change.
It was actually a really natural progression. Ah, darn this little slidey thing.
Is this really where the hole is? Are you
Mhm.
freaking kidding me?
I got into it via content creation because I was working with all these like small, like starting off indie creators of games. And it was just kind of a natural transition to go from, reviewing the game for a video and stream and then just kind of working with them individually afterwards to add in the accessibility stuff that I ran into.
That's so cool. Hello.
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 Sorry, I needed to.
I was like,
still-
was that me?
No, I've got some like brain fog, morning brain fog.
You're Gouda. Oh, you're Gouda. Oh no, I'm stuck.
Hey, there we go, par.
Birdie.
Oh.
Chirp, chirp.
Yay! I got part 2. It's like an alternative to Backstage from what I understand. There's premium features, but ultimately it's free and people can post calls for projects and people can submit their auditions. I love that, Frosh. Thank you so much for sharing.
Indeed.
And yeah, other things that we can talk about are different ways. I think work from home jobs are really beneficial for
sure.
a lot of disabled people, myself included, right? Like, having for me things that are beneficial are also having like a set schedule, which I know is not always like ideal for a lot of businesses, especially oh god, please just let me go. I got pushed to the back.
Evil,
Please.
evil logs.
Yeah, evil. I know that they say, at least for neurodivergent people, think like spreadsheets like data analyst or data entry can be like beneficial, something with like a strong routine. Timber.
Timber.
Full game, yay! I just unlocked that too.
I've definitely done that before. Maybe there weren't achievements before. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
But
they
that's okay.
added that one.
I also unlocked a golden duck.
I work from home. Haha. Yeah, no, literally. I'm trying to find a nice work from home side gig like on top of streaming it, cuz like I got let go of my full-time in-person job like back in October because
sorry.
I was asking. It's all right. Ultimately, I was like trying to be their social media manager and invest way too much time and energy into an organization, into a company that was like ultimately like corrupt. So the universe was doing it to protect me 100%. But yeah, they got rid of me over like ADA accommodation requests for a set schedule. So
Yuck.
and then the manager who fired me got fired for toxicity. So
Came back around.
yeah. But I've been unable to find anything like substantial since, which sucks. But I need to like really look for some more like work from home. It's just hard to find like legit ones. I feel like there's like,
It really
Indeed
is.
has a lot of like fluff that isn't like legit these days.
There you go. I've adjusted our settings, brought us into a new map.
Okay.
Jumping is now enabled, so while you're moving, you can click to jump with left click.
Jump with left click.
Yippee.
Wait.
Oh, that didn't work.
My launch is left click.
Yeah.
Yes. So after you've launched, you can then click it again and jump.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. Froge said my partner is a programmer that works remotely full time, but I can't hold a job. See, I need to find someone with the math and spreadsheet autism. I have the art and Pokemon and D&D knowledge autism. I can make our home look so pretty, and I can cook us amazing meals, but I cannot balance
A checkbook.
a checkbook. No, yeah.
Yep.
My fatal flaws. We all have them.
No. Fell off the map.
Yippee! I got a hole in one.
You want to do that for me?
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm definitely a mix of the numbers and math autism and the random knowledge of all things. Yeah. I've got a fairly functional balance with my tism, but
that can be tough though, because that means you get swept under the radar because you're functional a lot of the time.
I wasn't always as functional as I am now. It took a lot of adaptation. And a lot of
accommodating yourself essentially.
Yes.
I'm glad that you've been able to implement that though.
Yes. Lots of schedule making, lots of the hardest part actually to like kind of accepting and learning to function with my autism, surprisingly, was the process of like accepting how burnout works and not like beating myself
and allowing
up.
your body rest.
Yeah, and giving myself enough rest to get a balance so I don't work myself to the bone and burn out, and then overall as a net negative do worse. It's like kind of giving myself the grace I needed to give myself.
Yeah, I was literally just gonna say you gotta give yourself grace, and that's so hard to do when
It's real hard.
Like society and capitalism tells you and has these like expectations that you have to like be productive at this degree, you know, like otherwise you're not successful.
It's ultimately why I've changed the degree I'm pursuing, because I was in college. I went into college right off of the bat after high school.
Same.
But during my freshman year, I had a stroke.
Oh my god.
But I kept going into sophomore year, but then COVID happened. I wasn't able to get a lot of credits because of that combination of factors.
Right.
And then I was homeless for a little while, moved across country, and now I'm trying to get back into college. I've realized, you know, there was a reason I literally brought my body to the breaking point, is because I was just trying to do something my mind could do it. My body was not able to.
Oh, that's so frustrating. And then like meeting yourself with where your body's at despite your like mind's like, you know, maybe racing with ideas or like wanting to do whatever and then not. That's so difficult.
Yeah. Also, I definitely, I would like to echo the Sudoku love in the chat. Absolutely
Oh
love Sudoku.
yeah, me too. That's the only exception I'll ever give for numbers. All right, the only one.
Yeah, it's been
it's tough.
difficult journey of self-discovery and self-acceptance to get to my relatively functional state.
Well, I'm proud of you for being able to get there, and hopefully it has allowed the other people around you to like be able to advocate for you and accommodate you better as well, right?
You'd think. You would
Or
think.
hope. Oh man, if see, that's a whole other issue, right?
Yeah.
That we can then talk about depending on how comfortable people are, like the different stigmas that we might face.
Yeah.
Because we can give ourselves all the grace in the world, right? But if the environment around us isn't as well, that can also be incredibly difficult to like not gaslight our own selves, right? And be like, okay, well, I'm telling myself I deserve rest, but everybody around me in society is saying that if I don't like work 60 plus hours, then I'm not like
Right.
living the dream, right? So
It's not even if you can work 60 plus hours, it's if you can do like X amount of work in 60 hours. Otherwise, it's not worth it because you're
that's
too slow.
true. That's also true.
So, not that I have had that from personal experience or anything. I'm still I got let go from my last job back in April, and for a lot of ableist bull, and I'm still a little salty about it.
That's fair. That's a very valid thing to be salty about.
Yeah, 100%. Especially when, like, you know it's for that reason, but they'll never say that on paper
They literally
because
said,
they
like,
can't.
you don't work fast enough, you ask too many questions, and you're too much to manage.
Yikes.
Oh, so they literally said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said the quiet part out loud.
No, literally! And, like, have you considered pursuing, Wow, actually I got that. Have you considered pursuing like a complaint? Because for my job, I filed a complaint, but in my situation, I didn't have enough written stuff against me. Like a lot of this stuff was verbal.
Yeah, it was all verbal. I didn't have anything documented because I didn't want to see it. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. Me
It's,
either. I didn't want to see it either. And they were like, sign this. And I'm like, I'm not signing this saying that I agree that you fire me over this. Like, no
Yeah.
way.
Donut Man.
Ridiculous.
Sorry. I always get excited
Now you do that.
when I fly through the Donut Man.
Oh, I just did it. That was cool. Yeah, I feel like accomplished now.
I feel like I've accepted the Donut Man's embrace.
Yeah. I feel like everything everywhere all at once, like in the whole of a bagel. But like
That
it's a
movie is
donut.
so strange. I still
It's
can't
so
decide if I
good.
like it or not.
I fucking love it. It's just, it's so, I don't
I
know.
think I'm stuck.
I think I also suck.
No, I think I'm stuck.
Oh. I thought you said I think I suck, and I'm like, well, I definitely suck.
Nope, got it.
Hey,
I kept
there
hitting
you
the
go.
bottom of the donut over and over again.
He's a tricky shot. It seems a lot of solidarity, not just in the VC, but in chat, about the struggles of the able-bodied workforce being discriminatory against people
See,
like
I'm
us.
so good at writing. I know so much about animals in D&D Witchcraft, but numbers are just like, nah. Wow, that's not right. It sucks y'all have gone through that. Solidarity. Dagu Feroge. Yeah, trying to find the rule now. Aw. Wait, are you having... Is Moonstar having issues? Oh, no, you're just talking about the backstage alt thing. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I overshot that a ton.
Yep.
Same.
Yep. I think it's like a tiny boost. Just a little bit
Yep,
boost.
like Ducky from Land Before Time. Yep.
I know I've seen Land Before Time. I have no recollection
I
of it.
was I was a huge dinosaur kid, so I loved Land Before Time.
Am I doing this wrong? Maybe.
You want to do like a tiny amount of boost and let the launcher do the work.
No,
Okay,
no,
well, I
no.
somehow launched myself somewhere, so I guess
Back there
I
we
don't
go.
know where I gotta be.
I got a par. I just noticed it golf claps for you at the end of the hole.
Yeah, it's really
I don't know,
cool.
I didn't notice that.
I don't know if I'm gonna
ew.
make this one. I don't even know where I am.
I was just saying how the last job they got hit with the everyone has a little bit of autism once, and they wouldn't give accommodations without a doctor's note and diagnose
Yeah,
proof.
yeah, that's literally so when I that's so funny. When I got hired in my last job, I told them I was autistic and they were like, "Oh, no worries, no problem," because they didn't see it right away, right?
Right.
Like they assumed, they were like, it's not going to be a problem. And like literally part of the problem was in my situation, like we were opening a brand new store and a lot of the rules were changing constantly because of that. And
Oh,
that, as
Which
you can
sucks
imagine,
for
right, you just
me, yeah.
automatically
Yep.
already said like every week. And even worse, added layer, the different managers were never on the same page about which rule was changed or what the update was. So like
Ooh.
depending on the shift you worked, you would get a different answer depending on the managers you
Oh,
had.
I can
So
feel the stress now.
so when you're trying to point that out to clarify, just so you can cover your own skin because you want to make sure you know what the right thing is,
You mean
right?
you're talking back?
Yes, you are being defiant, obstinate,
Yeah.
challenging authority, etc., etc., etc. And it's
Um,
like, no, I'm actually just trying to understand,
Yeah.
right?
I joked about it on stream yesterday. I'm like, honestly, sometimes we need to normalize questioning authority when authority's not making sense.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Honestly, if your answer is to shut someone down for questioning something you did, like you're probably not like.
Precisely.
Well, so
Yeah.
she did get fired, yeah, for a reason. And she was also like, this was her first time being an actual store manager, and she definitely had an ego. Like, she felt like she had something to prove. Her
Oh.
boyfriend was, so it was like a recreational cannabis dispensary for the record, and her boyfriend was the dispensary manager of like another one in our state. No, it was a medical anyway. And he wouldn't promote her within the own store that she worked at. So like he didn't think she was ready, and like I guess she just found somewhere that would give her the opportunity, and then like she did not handle it well at all.
The audacity of like
was very mean.
working with your partner, them not promoting you and be like, fine, I'm gonna go find your competitor and work theirs. Like,
And then
what?
staying together, it's like, how do you
How?
even
That-
not neurotypical, heterosexuals are wild.
They are
Like,
wild.
sorry. Sorry.
The heteros are at it again.
No, like just break up.
It's like,
No,
I can't have
I'm gonna invest all my energy.
Right, because it's getting a new job is not easy, especially not when you're like, I'm gonna specifically get a job at a marijuana dispensary. Like, that's such a specific, like,
In the
specificity.
Yeah. That's so
I
funny.
can't do those kind of mental gymnastics. My brain's not
I
that.
couldn't either. Clearly, I couldn't keep up with her. The day she fired me, she told me that she was glad she caused an autistic meltdown in me and that I could go have that meltdown at
Ooh.
home. I could have that meltdown at home.
Jesus wept.
Yeah.
Yucky. Yuck.
Yeah. Yucky, yucky. And the assistant manager was in the room and didn't say anything either, so.
Oof.
Yeah. Complicit. So fun stories about corporate capitalism, right?
I have a
Yeah.
slightly off topic but funny capitalism story.
Yeah, go for it.
The other 2 days ago, I treated myself to some Wendy's for a change because I had a very
Ooh,
busy
spicy
week.
nugs.
A spicy chicken sandwich, actually.
Yes.
And I I finished my order. Like, I did it on autopilot because I have like I always know exactly what I want to eat. Like, I don't have a lot of sense of taste left, so I like spicy things with good texture.
That's fair. Wendy's does chicken Sammy's really, really well.
And I specifically do their pretzel buns because the texture
Ooh.
is better.
I haven't tried their pretzel buns.
Pretzel buns,
They're
Ooh.
you're good.
I'm gonna have to. So you treated yourself to some Wendy's. That's
but
lovely.
I was like, I noticed the total was different from normal, and I'm like, okay, tax hasn't gone up. I wonder what's up with it.
What's the tea?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but my uncle was driving, and I said it out loud, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna ask," and I'm like, "No, you don't need to do that."
No. Yeah.
He asked. Of course he did.
Of course.
But he did it in such a way. He's like, "Hey, can I talk to your manager?" And I'm like,
No.
"Uncle, what are you doing? You're gonna terrify that poor employee." The manager just came to the window. She was super nice, and she's like, "Oh yeah, they increased the prices recently. It's not your fault, kiddo. It's they don't tell people when they change the prices." And we just had this. The manager and I were just talking and crapping on capitalism for like the next 3 minutes at the window because there was no one behind us.
Oh, that's great.
It was one of those, like, I don't meet a lot of, like, it's gonna sound awful. I don't meet a lot of good people here. I live in a very small town where full of alt-rights and religious scary people. So it's rare that I meet anyone who's at all cool. And it was like this, she was probably like 60-something.
Whoa!
Older black woman.
Cool.
It was a cool boomer, and we just had to talk about the horrors of capitalism.
Those are so rare.
Right? Also,
those are like diamond armor in Minecraft.
And my uncle, who is like super far right, he was in shock.
Hell
Just sitting there in silent shock.
Wait, capitalism isn't a dweeb? What?
It was. She was a sweetheart. She actually sent me home with an extra free drink. Because apparently they don't have to report like their number of drinks they give out, like they sell. Because apparently that's a thing to try and discourage them from, like, workers from being nice. They make them tally like stuff sold per day.
Jeez.
But they don't do the drinks. So she gave me a free drink. Because that's the thing she can give people for free that she doesn't have to, like, write down that she did.
Wow. Aww.
Yeah.
Where do I go?
This one's a really complicated one. It's weird.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Not as hard, but you went in the right direction.
It took me 7 putts. I went from, like, being on par to, like, being very over par.
Please.
Yay.
Oh, thank
No.
Oh! Tragic. Also, hiya, Ghost. Welcome in.
Oh,
yeah, it's to also stop workers from, quote, stealing from the company by eating while they're working. Which is disgusting. It's disgusting.
Good morning, everyone. We got some fresh donuts. I might need to grab a second cup of coffee soon. I haven't slept. But I'm actually, like, so awake.
We traded sleep. But normally I'm the one that's up all night and Corty's like, "Sai, go to bed."
It's true.
So wait, did you not sleep last night, like, at all?
Okay, so I was originally... Here's what happened. I watched Hereditary with my dad because he saw it with me. I know, and we saw it together in the theaters, but he fell asleep through it when we first saw it, and I'm like, no, please give it another chance. Like, I promise you'll enjoy it. And he was hooked this time. He loved it. And then I was like, I gotta finish some last minute raid train stuff. I had to update some of the schedule changes on the website and everything, and we're also still working on putting together a couple different raid trailers, and I wanted to just split the clips to make sure that the people who are going soonest will be in the first trailer that are that's released. Anyway, So that just, I meant to do that around 11 p.m. after Hereditary, and then my cat Clancy was cuddling me, and I
Oh,
accidentally fell asleep cuddling him.
oh,
And
I
Is
see.
that
and
what? Is that where you went?
that's where I went, and then that was at 11, and then I woke up at like 3 a.m. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So I slept 4 hours. And then I have been up since then.
I am very sorry.
It's okay. I'm very awake right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get a good nap or something in.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and like hang around with the raid train for as much as I can today, but I'll definitely be napping at some point.
Also,
Maybe.
that reminds
We'll
me,
see.
I haven't finished, I actually have a horror movie podcast that I'm trying to, I've actually,
Ooh, talk about it.
it's been a little while since I've been able to put out an episode. It's been a few months
Mm-hmm.
because Twitch has just been, I've been so busy with Twitch stuff.
Mm-hmm,
Like, because the
mm-hmm.
channel's
It's
been
hard.
growing, at a fast rate this year rather.
Yo,
So, and
congrats.
thank you. We actually just hit 300 followers right before this
I
stream.
saw that, and I was gonna
Um,
say something, but then I got distracted. Happy 300 followers.
Thank you. That means
Yeah.
some point this month or next, I have to try and stream Played Up wearing the custom apron I got sent by the people who make Magical Delicacy and Oven Mitts.
Yo, that's awesome.
So I'm gonna try and play Played Up wearing Oven Mitts. So that'll be interesting.
Oh,
But I've been so busy with that, and the YouTube channel hit 1K this year.
Oh my
So
gosh, congrats.
thank you. So I've been so busy that I've not had as much time for my side project, which is
I hear
my horror podcast, Couldn't Scare Less.
Oh, that's a cute name.
Thank you. It's like it's meant to be a wholesome-ish take on horror podcasts. So I do a lot of research for things like trigger warnings and keeping my content very like open to you have to there you go.
I know. I keep missing this shots.
I put a lot of work and research in to make both educated episodes talking about the movies I'm covering, while also making sure that it's not triggering content and doing it all in a well-researched but accessible way.
I love that.
So they're a lot of work, but I love making them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, you hit.
I can only
the timing.
imagine. Yeah, I see that. I can only imagine. Yeah, how much work is involved in that
Yeah.
amount of research.
An hour and a half episode tends to take me about 6 to 7
Whoa.
hours each.
I mean, I would even think it could easily be double that, right?
Yeah, it's a lot. But I've gotten it. It really depends what I do, because I've been trying to throw in some variety here and there. I'm doing different kinds of episodes. So, like, my last one was actually recommending a horror movie that you might not have heard of for every letter of the alphabet. That one took
Ooh.
a lot more research, but was also a lot more fun. So sometimes I'll try and throw some variety in there with it. But Hereditary is one I've wanted to talk about because I really like it. I think it falls into that elevated horror subgenre without it being one that feels like trying too hard. Sometimes they try a little too hard.
Oh, my friend would say it insists upon itself too much.
Yeah, I get that. That's a good way to put it.
Like, it takes itself too seriously sometimes, right? Like that sort of situation.
Yeah. I did find that a little bit with Midsummer, the other movie it's compared to a lot.
I love Midsummer.
I really like it, but that's what prevents me from that, and the essay scene will prevent me from loving it.
That's fair. I mean, like, for me, I just really like the idea of having a community that's willing to cry with me over really traumatic things.
That scene is good. That the way they set up the
Right?
community
I
was
love
very
that.
well done.
Obviously, everything else horrible, but you know, the community bonding where they just all feel those emotions together as a group. Wow, that's powerful stuff.
It really is. There's definitely that. I like that one as well because it does have a lot of like deeper symbolism and themes going on there. So I understand why it takes itself with the amount of seriousness it does.
Yeah.
Which is part of how it doesn't like deter me from liking it because like
it's not like completely
it's not like it's trying to be snooty is what I call it, where they're like taking themselves so seriously that they become unserious.
That they won't actually say or show anything. They'll just be like, oh, we're so smart, we're gonna give you half the story and you have to figure out the rest.
The only genre I'm okay with doing that to me is also synesthesia.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize we moved holes. I was in Discord.
You're good.
Yeah,
the only genre I'm okay with doing that occasionally is what's it called? Lovecraftian, like kind of eldritch horror stuff.
Oh yeah.
Where like the horror is the unknown. There, I can kind of forgive them when they've got something that's a little bit more.
Yeah, agreed.
Abstract. Big fan of the movie The Empty Man for that.
Oh, The Empty Man. I haven't
Have you
heard
seen
of that.
What's it called? Like Color of Space or something like that?
I have. I think it's okay. It's not my favorite in the subgenre, but I think it's the best at doing it in a traditional, straightforward fashion. Like what people would generally call like eldritch or Lovecraftian horror.
Okay. Alright.
I also see it getting compared a lot to... Oh, what's that one called? I can't remember. Anyways, sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I was gonna say, I love when it's up to the viewer to come up with, like, what the monster looks like. It's up to the viewer's imagination. Like, that's why I love a lot of, like, not showing stuff.
Yeah, I like it when my content doesn't treat me like I'm stupid. Like if it lets me,
like don't infantilize me. I get that enough in corporate capitalism.
Right. Like let me make my own conclusions. Let me have my own headcanons. Let things be open to interpretation.
Welcome back.
Yeah. But people also though are so not everyone, but like a lot of people who are just surface watchers will get really whiny if there's not like a clearly defined
it's the internet. People get whiny over everything.
No, it's so true.
Like, fortunately and unfortunately, people have been empowered to share their opinions.
People have been empowered to share their opinions, which is good, but it's also given people whose opinions don't matter.
Yes.
The belief that their opinions
people
matter.
People who think their opinions matter and they don't, which is even worse.
Even worse, yeah. Nico said a bit ago, see, my mom used to say, but she has changed. I think part of the obsession with not having a crush but not telling anyone you were on.
Oh, that was about when we were talking about are the heteros okay with
that's so
the
funny.
cannabis
I
dispensary.
missed that.
I keep forgetting. I out of habit, I typically like talk to my chat with push to talk unpressed. So I've been doing a little bit of that here and there without even thinking about it.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, I don't want to like double read chat. I have
you're
your
totally fine.
Stream muted at the moment because I don't want to hear you twice.
You are absolutely fine to double read chat. Chat deserves to be read extra.
Also,
it's great in case
and not in a drag queen way. Like the library is open. Like we're not reading you.
I never heard that expression.
Oh really?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Yeah, so like drag queens will do like reads on people and it's usually like playful, shady insults though.
Interesting.
So that's why I'm like, no, we're not reading you. We're just reading your chat.
Huh. Learned a thing. Yeah, I've that's a space I'm actually very unfamiliar with. Is the I said the dragon community. I meant the drag community.
They are dragons. It's true.
There has to be a Dungeons and Dragon podcast.
There's actually a D&D series of Dungeons and Drag Queens with Alaska on it, who was on, like she's a big and Bob the drag queen and like it's already a thing.
Sorry, I don't mean to make you like all distracted with one of your.
Sorry, I don't mean to make you like hyper fixate. Oh, I don't know where I'm going, so. It's probably just not happened on this hole for me.
D&D is definitely a hyperfixation of mine, considering.
Where do I go?
To your right.
Really? That's where I started.
Yeah.
Where do I go?
You gotta hop over.
Yeah, you gotta hop or use the ramp and the platform to.
No.
If you ever get lost,
that is so inaccessible. That's ridiculous.
If you have, I have it set so you can press C to kind of like go into ghost mode if you don't know where the hole is. Yeah. I forgot to say during the intro because the group who got me into Golf with Friends has a meme about free cam.
Same.
Whenever there's like a lull in audio, they'll say, "Did you know you can press C to free cam at any time?"
We do that too. Oh my god. It's like whenever people ask for help about anything, the answer is just always press C to free cam.
You can press C to free cam at any time. We say it like the fast play from the Disney DVDs does it. Yeah, I actually made a new D&D character yesterday.
Ooh.
Because originally we were supposed to be doing another session in our campaign of what's it called? Strixhaven.
Oh,
but
yeah. I actually know that one.
I'm about to start a Strixhaven campaign soon. Actually, that's so funny.
I'll give you some warning.
It's rough.
Strixhaven the book is not very good.
Oh.
It takes a good DM who can go outside of the book a lot to make it enjoyable.
I have a fantastic DM, luckily.
Yeah.
So.
Our DM for the show, Anna Lee here on Twitch, she is not very used to running by the book campaigns, so struggled quite a bit with like using the module.
Yeah.
And then it's a module that is the module itself isn't great, but a DM who can kind of like use that as the basis for building an almost like more home built campaign can be very good. But she tried to play it by the book.
What am I doing wrong here?
You gotta launch to the left. The hole's on the left on this one. For some reason, it lets you see the next hole, which is on the right.
But it's not that's not the right hole. Yeah.
Nope.
I love D&D so much too. Most of my art fight characters that I have up for this month are just my D&D OCs.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing a frog artificer, a grung artificer.
That sounds amazing.
Because the party kind of accidentally into an Oops All Animals group.
Oh,
so I'm like, I'm going to lean into it. We've got a Tabaxi, a Loxodon, a Harengon, and a Grung.
Yes, I have a Harengon in my current campaign. Oh, and I love Tabaxi.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing as a Grung, specifically a Grung alchemist who
I hate this.
Tried to use chemistry to remove their requirement, like, because Grungs, like, the main reason why Grungs aren't often seen in normal societies is Grungs need to spend at least an hour a day completely submerged in water to stay healthy. And that's hard to do. So they were doing, like, experiments on themselves with alchemy to try and cure that water dependency. And as kind of an oopsies, they made themselves multicolored. Which the Grung, like, your color is granted to you as, like, a sign of status using, like, special plants. Ooh. So the idea of a multicolored Grung is like, no, that's bad science. Get out of here. So they're kind of like a wacky, well-intentioned, chaotic, good alchemist who left normal Grung society and now lives amongst more normal folk. Less frogs, more humanoids and other animal creatures.
That sounds so cute.
I need to talk with whoever made this course.
I know. I'm actually, like, personally offended by this particular course.
I chose it because I've been doing them in release order, like when they were added to the game.
When was this one added?
This was one of the first maps.
Oh.
This Candyland and Forest were the 3 original maps.
I liked the Candyland one.
I loved
that
Candyland.
one was fun. Froge, what a mood, by the way,
Yeah.
about having a lot of D&D characters but not really getting to play them. Like,
Mhm.
my first ever D&D OC that I made, Seraphina, I only played her for, like, 4 or 5 sessions before the campaign and everything ultimately disbanded. And I never got a chance to play her again because, and I don't even necessarily want to get into this, but before I even like started streaming on my own Twitch, I had a group of D&D friends that we were gonna like do a D&D like Twitch podcast and everything.
Mhm.
Anyway, I wanted to play for not even like the main series, just because I hadn't played this character since that original campaign. I wanted to play this character for like a one shot
Mhm.
just to bring her back. Anyway, her name is Seraphina. She's a drow necromancer who also happens to be blind. And the
Ooh.
DM of that original campaign said that I couldn't play that character because she had too many handicaps.
Ooh.
Yep,
Yikes.
yep. And it would be too much against me. And I literally was like, okay, good to know you just told on yourself. And I literally left that entire friend group
Fair.
because of that. And never got really a chance to play Seraphina again after that, unfortunately.
I've kind of always wanted to finally play like a blind D&D character. I've never really
She's so
done it
cool.
due to the mechanical difficulties that came with it.
You can always allow yourself to have, if your DM is like cool, they can give you advantage on hearing-based perception checks, right? To kind of compensate for stuff like that.
I figured out a couple different ways to do it, but it's been like the couple times I've thought about it, I've ended up like not doing it for one reason or another, or the times I've made blind characters, the campaign hasn't ended up happening.
Yeah.
My first D&D group was absolute nightmares. You know, like it
You
was
know
full
how it
on like
goes.
it was full on r/r
No.
what's that called? D&D horror stories or whatever that subreddit is. It was so bad. I had such a bad initial group. I got called like real world slurs
No.
by NPCs in this campaign. It was a mess. It was
Are
awful.
you kidding me?
No, genuinely, I got called.
I'm so sorry. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
It wasn't until college that I actually found like better people to play the game with.
Yeah.
But obviously, most of you probably know I'm Latin. I'm Puerto Rican and
Latin Guild, right?
Yeah, Latin
right?
Guild.
Hell yeah.
I'm Puerto Rican and Indigenous Canary Island.
Yo, I didn't know that.
The Guanches specifically. They're kind of pretty small. Not a lot of us. Mostly got assimilated
that's
by
an
the.
honor to meet you.
but because he knew I was like what I was, he would call me. The DM would have NPCs sometimes call me slurs used for Hispanic people and Latinos, and I was like, "What
disgusting.
are you? Why?" And I'm
There's literally no reason for that.
I talked to him about it like on more than one occasion. He's like, I don't know, it just kind of happens. And I'm like, what do you mean it just kind of happens?
No, it does not just kind of fucking happen. What? No.
Yeah,
no.
no,
Cease and desist.
Yeah, I got out of there, but
Thank gosh.
I was still in high school at the time. I didn't have many friends, so I definitely stuck around far longer than I should have.
Listen, I've been there, yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's like you make do with what you have at the time, and it's not the best. But like, you don't know any better back then.
Yeah.
100%.
You don't, like the things I know now. If I knew back then, I would not have put up with the amount of crap I put up with.
BS, right? Like.
Yeah.
And like for me, like I was like, people were always like saying they were my friends, but then not acting like friends. Like they would talk about me behind my back, like, you know, so like, and I'm sure in your case, those people would have definitely called you a friend, right? Even though they weren't acting like friends.
Like, and they would even like genuinely do nice things from time to time, but they would just, it was one of those where I accepted the bad that came with it because I thought, like, well, I don't have any other friends. And they do act like friends most of the time.
That can be so confusing.
Yeah.
To process.
Because he would never call me things like that outside of session.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
gross.
that's.
Like he was trying to use that as an excuse.
I'm struggling.
This hole is awful. I'm regretting map choice. But that's okay.
It's fine. What am I trying to say? Difficulty breeds camaraderie,
Yeah, absolutely.
hardships, shared hardships.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, though. Well, I'm glad that you have much better people to play with now
Oh
that
yeah,
are more aligned.
I am very lucky that I have in college I found some great people to get me back into the hobby. Made some friends who I'm still friends with now, even years after college, that I still like
Heck
play and talk
yeah.
to. Currently in a Chains of Asmodeus campaign with
Ooh.
3 of the people I went to college with.
I don't know if you're like a big Crit Roll fan, but Sam Riegel just started playing a new character who's a worshiper of Asmodeus. So
Oh
that's
god,
cool.
I respect Critical Role for what it does. I don't necessarily love what it has done to D&D as a hobby.
Oh.
In terms of
What do you mean?
I think it's as someone who's done a lot of DMing as well as playing, I found
It sets like a bar.
yes, it sets an
Yeah.
unrealistic bar.
And then everyone trying to be Crit Roll instead of doing their own
Mm-hmm.
table thing. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, I mentioned this on stream yesterday. I've got like a one-sided beef with Matt Mercer.
What?
As someone who
Wait,
also,
I don't know. I might have to DC over that one.
I will explain. There's a good reason for it.
I'll hear you out. I'll hear you out.
He is, as well as I am, a big Pathfinder enjoyer. So a lot of the things he's added to D&D are just things from Pathfinder he's kind of jammed into a D&D 5e sized hole.
Format. Okay.
And then people think those are good balanced subclasses that he's created when they're really not. They are not meant for D&D. They are meant for Pathfinder.
Like what subclass? Like the Blood Hunter, for example?
Blood Hunter, Cobalt Soul, Rune Child, Gunslinger. Those are all things that he either took or modified directly from Pathfinder sourcebooks. And none of them are even remotely balanced. And I've had players get upset with me for not like using them. But I'm like, if you want that, I'll run a Pathfinder campaign, which I love Pathfinder, but I'm gonna keep my Pathfinder and my Pathfinder and my D&D and my D&D.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna preface it with I'm not a huge tabletop person, so I don't know details, but I am, as a Magic fan, familiar with Wizards of the Coast.
Right. Yeah.
And I think it's more ethical to play Pathfinder than it is D&D. Personally.
Oh, absolutely. Which is why I've never
that's
paid.
Discussion, no dispute. Anybody who's into D&D will agree that 5e is.
Sorry,
trash.
that's something that's like needs to be or like doesn't need to be said, and I'm just
sorry.
like,
No, it's okay to
You're
say
good.
it. It's just for if you like, I mean, like pretty much ever since Wizards released that announcement about trying to like change the like permissions and stuff for content creation around 5e, they've been pretty publicly ostracized from the entire D&D or like tabletop community rather. Yeah. And literally to the point where even Crit Roll, their biggest sponsor and advocates, dropped them from sponsors.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that's why they're doing Candela Obscura, which is their own format that they're trying to really push. And there's a lot of strong people suspecting that Matt is not going to do the next campaign in 5e format. He's probably going to do his own format that they're working on.
But yeah, I definitely am joking when I say it's a one-sided beef with Matt Mercer. I
figured. That's a valid criticism though that I can't really speak on because I don't really know much Pathfinder. The whole what is it? It's not is it Fortitude? Yeah, the whole Fortitude feature kind of confused me a little bit, but to be honest, when I first learned about Pathfinder, it was when I was first learning about D&D in general, which I don't know if this is something that anybody else has experienced, but D&D was something I was very, on an interest level, excited about,
welcome
but
in, everybody.
On a learning level, also intimidated by when I first got into it because there were so many rules to learn, and at least the group that I had initially were the type of people that just assumed I knew everything and didn't explain anything. And like, so it just made me feel really stupid, like during like my combat sessions, especially if I was playing a class I had never played, and like not really knowing what like modifiers to add, and like I wasn't adding everything, so I was constantly missing all my shots, and nobody who played for years was catching it. You know, they were just like,
Ooh.
"Oh, that's not suspicious that you're missing literally all of your attack rolls for the
Welcome in,
past like
everybody.
5
Hi.
sessions." Like, that's not weird. You know, like maybe let's see if she's doing something wrong, right? Like
Right.
there was none of that. And it just became really hard to uh, stay invested in it, even though it was really interesting for me. And even though, like, I will say, I totally agree with you on Crit Role, and this isn't Crit Role specific, but watching D&D podcasts in general was so helpful for me to actually learn like different classes and how to play and everything a lot more than even playing with my original group, because like hearing it's like gives you the experience buff, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like how like watching people play a video game can help you like learn that video game without ever buying it or playing it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Pathfinder 2. It's unfortunately on the complicated side, which is why I've not like run a campaign for it, because it's hard to teach people Pathfinder.
It's clunky, I've heard, right?
Yeah, it's like once you know it, it's great, but
Yeah.
it's incredibly hard to learn because there's a lot of moving parts.
Now, can I just ask you off the bat to know how, if we would get along, are you the type of player that, do you count copper? And like, do you like measure weight of carrying limits
I do not
and stuff
measure
like
weight
that?
at all. Absolutely
Okay,
not.
the one thing that I will say that my newest DM started implementing that I wasn't used to, but I'm not bothered by, is like, my one DM in the past used to not really care about making sure you have all the components, but my new DM for spells will. Obviously, if you're doing a Revivify, you need that 300 gold diamond whenever, but, you know, smaller things like, oh, if you just need incense or whatever, like...
Yeah, I only care about components that require a GP cost, because as of Xanathar's guide, they made it so long as you have a spell focus or a component pouch, you don't need to care about any ingredients listed that do not have a cost.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think that's a smart rule to follow.
Indeed. But yeah, I do want to also re-echo the all my homies hate Wizards of the Coast. Middle finger to the... I'm just doing a general middle finger in the air to Wizards of the Coast. I didn't actually know about the content creation rule changes initially, but when I found out about the thing with the frickin' Pinkertons...
Oh yeah, Daggerheart
full on,
too.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to Daggerheart. I'm very intrigued by that. But I stopped playing Magic the Gathering when that happened.
That's so valid. I stopped when they started doing all that AI BS. I mean, like, I'll still play here and there, but I don't buy new sets,
yeah, I
you know?
don't actively spend money on it. Any new cards I get are from the game are
Free packs on Arena.
Yeah.
Also wanted to say welcome into there was a raid going on during the spiel. I welcomed in the raiders, but I also wanted to acknowledge, thank you for raiding in. This is the Spoon Platoon. This is the first stream as part of a series of streams for Disability Pride Month.
Syndra's in the Spoon Platoon, actually, with us.
Indeed. I was just kind of doing the spiel to the peoples they brought along who may not have known.
Sorry.
You're good.
Keep going.
You're good, head pat through the internet.
Dogu.
Fallout 76. Freaking love Fallout 76.
Ooh.
I started playing it with a friend. They got bored while I was very much still enjoying it, and I'm like, well, there goes that series.
Right.
I'll return one day.
Did you watch the... Yeah, get some rest. Did you watch the show, the Fallout show?
I haven't yet.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
I was watching it with two friends of mine that are dating each other, and then they turned it into a date night show, so I can't watch it with them anymore.
No!
Is it who I think it is?
No. Similar couple in dynamic, but not who you're thinking of.
That's funny. That stinks, though.
I'm just like, you guys wouldn't be together if it wasn't for me. Like, what are you doing?
No! Not dropping the wingman!
Like, literally, they are only together because I both invited them to a Discord server. Anyway, that's
Where
drama
am
that's
I?
not really
Okay,
real drama.
wait. Where's this free cam? Where's this? Oh, okay, okay. Not too far. But yeah. Welcome Raiders. Daku for coming in with the lead. Oh god, I can't really see.
I'm engaging free cam. Oh, you did really well in the hole.
Yay, Dagu.
I'm struggling on this one.
I was too. I was struggle bugging. I'm glad to be back in it though. The community's been so lovely. Oh.
There we go.
I've
I'm
never
finally
given
back
Elder
on the
Scrolls
green
Online.
section.
You got this. Just one step at a time. Nothing too wild.
Also, I've been playing a lot of Apex lately, so you guys being like Pathfinder this, Pathfinder that, I'm just like,
Oh,
ooh, and then I'm like, oh,
Robot Man. No, the
yeah.
other Pathfinder.
You're talking about the tabletop.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'll put us on a better
Ooh.
map this time.
I may have to just really quickly BRB to grab a
That's
second
fine.
cup of coffee if that's okay.
That's totally fine. I might go grab a drink as well. My throat is feeling a little dry.
Yeah, we've been chatting, we've been yapping.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw up my AFK
quick
text
BRB?
and I'll be
All
back.
right.
I don't have a proper BRB screen. I should probably
No
I should probably draw
worries.
one of those. But I did have one of those, but I stopped using it because it wasn't. It
It's a
wasn't up to my
bathroom
standards.
break,
Yeah.
y'all.
I'll be back.
Bathroom, snacky, drinky. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
See you shortly. There we go. I'm back, Chad. Hello. But yeah, I definitely would be interested in some Fallout 76 in the future. I miss it. have returned. I don't know if either of you have returned yet.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I never left. I meant to leave, and then I got a push notification about a celebrity death from Twitter, and I was just like, oh,
Wait,
great.
who died?
Shannon Doherty.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Beverly Hills 90210 and Charmed, if
Gotcha.
you watched either of those back in the 90s. And
I wasn't alive in the 90s.
sometimes I forget that shared experiences aren't shared, you know?
Yeah.
It's, anyway, not to dwell on that. And I think Corchi's still making coffee.
I think so. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I am a caffeine consumer I'm typically a soda person.
Yeah.
We are caffeineless in the household at the moment, so I just have to subsist.
I'm so sorry, and also that kudos to you.
I just grabbed a swig of some grape juice, so I'd have something to kind of like wet my whistle, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
I said the words "wet my whistle," but I'm like, don't think I've ever non-sarcastically said that expression before.
It's how it works. Like, I've been saying skibbity a lot lately because I've been saying it ironically, and now I don't say it ironically anymore, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, I once said PogChamp at work.
Oh, I've definitely said Pog. Far too much. I've kind of embraced it as that it now exists as part of my vocabulary, and I can live with that.
Just embrace the cringe.
Indeed. It's better to embrace the cringe than to belabor over my own cringe.
I am cringe, I am free.
Indeed, we are cringe, we are free. Welcome back.
Taku.
What kind of coffee you got?
I just did a little classic. I have some mocha creamer, but I chose not to use it this time. It's just Pacific Bold Kirkland signature, you know?
Nice. I am not a coffee drinker, but I went downstairs to have my choice of caffeination, and we are out.
Tea?
So, no, I like tea sometimes, but, I typically I do soda.
Oh, okay.
Soda.
Unfortunately.
Soda.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Hell yeah.
Well, how do you know what those are the only two options?
Well,
Like,
yes, everything's a
You're
binary.
like, yes, those are the only two options.
Everything out there is a binary. There's no spectrums.
Also, when I told chat that I wasn't alive in the 90s, I think I gave some existential crises.
Yeah, a little bit. I tried not to
So, are
focus on
those-
that too hard, but
Are those the two genders though? Coke and Pepsi.
Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Good. Wait, so existential crises happening during break.
Because we were talking, a celebrity died who was famous in the 90s, and I just casually said I wasn't alive
Shelley
in the 90s.
Duvall.
Yeah.
No,
There's
Shannon
someone.
Doherty.
Who?
Charmed.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know.
You're literally a fae.
I'm sorry. You know, somebody the other day told me that I'm the first fae that they ever met that might actually be fae, and I was like, first of all, I'm honored, but like, I means it when I says it.
This is gonna sound.
I'm fae.
Yeah. I funnily enough, I have a. Also, I didn't close my door all the way. Let me do that real fast.
No worries. I got a
You
banana.
shut door.
You closed it with your
There you go.
mind.
Of course. I have a friend. Congrats on your hole in one. We both yeeted over top of it. All my life I've had a weird connection with animals. So,
Mood.
she calls me she occasionally will call me an oversized fairy.
So you're like, you have expertise in animal handling, is what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
definitely.
You're a druid.
Yep.
Mm-hmm,
During the college orientation week,
What?
I was,
What?
You guys with your holes in one.
Congrats!
Congrats on back-to-back hole-in-ones.
Taku!
I get it. Oh, I'm not in last place. Wow.
But yes, during my orientation week in college, I was sitting out on some picnic benches, and a freaking huge ass locust just flew on top of my hand, and then stayed with me for the remainder of the day.
Hey, congrats, Si. What?
Yes, it followed me around campus the entire rest of the day.
What?
And
That's actually really cute.
it was adorable, but like it was adorable, but also like it was huge. It was like bigger than my middle finger.
Okay, so that's like scary also.
A little bit. Like it's big. It's just locust is literally just like a huge grasshopper. So it was just one of those that followed me around all day.
I love bugs like that.
I love
So
bugs.
I would be like so pleased. Like I once I used to work outside and go door to door in the neighborhood, and I found a really chunky fat green caterpillar once. So I like, and he was in the sun, and I was like,
Thank you for
but
letting
like
me
he
know.
was
I forgot.
cooking in the sun, you know, and I was like, you're gonna die out here if I don't find a nice juicy fat shady leaf to put you on. But I set him up real good. I carried him around for a little bit. We talked.
Yeah. But yeah, the only reason it eventually left my side was I went into a building that he couldn't follow me in, so I set him down outside, and it made people at school call me Moses for a little while because I walked. I walked with a wooden cane because it was when I was still using a cane. Well, I mean I use a cane still, but later on that year I would need to transition to a wheelchair, and so I had my wooden cane and a locust. And people called me Moses.
That's so cute. Did you name your locust Jiminy?
I didn't, but I should have. That is a missed opportunity by me for sure.
It's okay.
No,
We can honor Jiminy now.
I did give him a name because people
what
were
was his
making.
name?
I gave him a Bible name because people were joking about Moses. I named him Aaron, which is the Moses'
the brother, right?
Yeah, the brother,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
staff holder.
I watched Prince of Egypt.
There you go. I named him that because technically, pushes up glasses, it wasn't Moses' staff that was used to cross the Red Sea, it was Aaron's.
It was Aaron's. No,
Yeah.
no, I knew that. Prince of Egypt is apparently like actually pretty accurate.
It is. It is indeed.
I've heard, yeah.
I actually studied what's it called? I studied theology before college while in high school because that was what was expected of me as the offspring of two pastors. So I know all the Christian theology, but I don't believe in a lot of it these days.
Oh, because you're
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Me to my mom every day.
Such a little cute with the trip blind with the wings. I love that.
Oh, Daku, I love doing that. I think that's cute. I turned them fey.
I love it. But yeah, it was see, but that's one of like 8 weird instances of a bug or a small animal following me around for a whole day.
Yeah, so you just pick up animal familiars at will.
Yeah, it's become a running
Like
bit among
that's your
people
just
who know me well.
given ability, your Latin ability. What did they change that to, by the way? It's not species now.
Yeah, species instead of
Species.
racial ability.
Yeah. It's your species ability.
There is actually a forest gnomes can do that in 5e that they can like they get a feature.
Would you play a forest gnome ever?
I don't know. I think I've played a forest gnome before.
Aww.
Have I? Was my gnome rogue a forest gnome? I don't remember.
Gnome rogue.
Yeah, I played a gnome rogue for a one shot.
Yes. I love that.
I can't remember if they were rock or forest gnome. I had a character with it because one of my first good D&D characters after leaving that horrible group was a Myconid druid cleric multi-class.
Ooh.
Myconid being mushroom people.
Yes. See
And
that?
No.
we started off with a feat at level 1,
Ooh.
but
Spoiled.
that's just actually pretty common among the people I play with because my DMs
They just give it to you.
Because
I
my
usually
DMs
have
make
to
the encounters hard.
select custom lineage
Mm-hmm.
to get that.
But they were having everyone choose a racial feat because we were playing right when D&D added those feats into the game,
Yeah.
and we were like, "Wait, you're a Myconid. We don't have any of those." They're like, "Okay, which of the existing feats makes the most sense?" I'm like, "Probably everybody's friend or whatever that one's called. Not everybody's friend. That's the human one. They have a critter friend. Maybe it's called critter friend."
Ritter friends.
Where you get expertise in animal handling and
Yes.
something about talking to animals.
Speak with animals, the spell.
Maybe? I think it might have been given me speak with animals. I don't remember.
Sometimes they'll give you like a cantrip or a level 1 spell for feats like that.
I actually have Wikidot in the background up still from yesterday's stream when we were making my alchemist, so I can probably check.
Ayo.
Yeah, the golf is going very well. It's been very fun to banter during. But yeah, here I'm just gonna...
Trip's been kicking our butts.
Yeah, for real.
Let's see, racial feats. It is called... Doo-ba-doo-doo.
Oh my gosh.
Where are you? Here we go. Critter Friend. Critter Friend, you gain proficiency in animal handling. If you're already proficient, you gain expertise. You learn speak with animals and can cast it at will without expending you can cast it at will without expending a spell slot. You learn the animal friendship and can cast it once with this feat without expending a spell slot. You gain the ability to cast it in this way when you finish a long rest. Wisdom is your spellcasting ability. So it just made me more of a druid, which was nice.
I'm never getting this shot, by the way. In case we were wondering.
You know the Justin Bieber song, Never Say Never?
I'm saying it because I'm gonna run out of time.
Yes, 12 strokes.
Yep.
Rip. Yeah, I loved that character so much. Their name was Cordelius Seps, as in Cordyceps.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
We called them Cordy.
I love that.
They're actually kind of my NB awakening a bit.
Ooh.
Because it was while I was starting to question my gender, and I realized while playing this non-binary character that I wasn't having to really change how I perceived myself. And I'm like, that's interesting.
Me when I played a fae. I was like, this isn't acting weird.
Yeah, it was definitely like I should be acting like different, but I don't feel any need to because I feel like this is just what I was already.
That's so funny. What a mood.
But yeah, that character had a wild history.
We should just do a stream where we clearly just talk about D&D character backstories and
oh,
stuff.
absolutely.
That's what I'm picking up, by the way, from this.
Definitely.
You're Blorbos. Sorry, that's Tumblr language.
Wait, what was it?
Blorbo.
Is that what I think it is?
It's just a Tumblr term for referring to like a hyperfixation.
Oh. Interesting. Is that like current day Tumblr term?
Yeah.
I haven't been on Tumblr since like 2017, I think.
I hate these fish. I hate them.
They're evil.
Evil and this is homophobic.
Even though they're bi flag, they are bi flags, kind of.
Yeah, they are. Yes, that's true. Actually, I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out. Okay, well, it's my turn to stroke out.
Ayo. We're even, except I'm losing still.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah, I'm like, what in the...
For reference, I've never played this map before. I went out of map order because I'm like, this map looks cool and looks less evil than the one we last played, so...
Then the fish attacked.
Then the fish attacked.
I have an interesting relationship with gender because I definitely don't identify as what the social perception of like a man is,
Mhm.
but I also think we need to break that notion of it. So like, obviously,
Mm.
like I feel like I should um do that, and like even if I was,
It's
even
not
if
your
I
obligation if that's
right,
not what you
oh
identify
absolutely,
as, though,
but
you
like
Mhm.
know?
if even if I did pick up the non-binary flag and all that and waved it around and I was like, this is me, um I'd still use he him pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd just be incredibly passing the entire time, so like it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of just like going with the easiest route.
I get that.
That's me with she, her pronouns because I really identify fully with like the Fae pronouns, but I don't have really anybody in my real life who would ever use those pronouns.
I consider myself very like progressive and all that, but like I still struggle with neopronouns, like working them into my vocabulary, and it's something
Yeah.
I'm working on, but it's
I've
like
been working on it too. It's tricky.
it's
I get it. I
unfamiliar.
get it.
Also, yeah,
I
isn't sorry, I'm changing subject very briefly here.
mhm.
Before I forget, I think there is there was a channel for trying to plan a D&D thingy for
Their deaf was.
in there to OSHA. But yes, I a few months ago transitioned away from using he him pronouns to just they them pronouns, and
Mm.
because I realized I had spent like the last year or so just being okay with he him pronouns, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
feel disappointed when I was misgendered.
Yeah,
And
I
not
get
act,
that.
and it wasn't actually those are the pronouns I wanted. I didn't want to use them. It's just it was less disappointing.
It was just quote unquote convenient
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah.
Well, it's like I have a art persona I sometimes use called Mom's Overthinker, and like that persona uses they them pronouns because I was testing that out to see how that felt, and like I don't hate it, but it's not what I'm used to.
Mm.
Get that.
So it's like, like Plato's allegory of the cave,
Mhm.
where you're staring at the wall with like, are you familiar with like general like Greek philosophy at all?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to mansplain, so
You're good.
while I'm discussing being a man,
No.
Also, I
No
think it's always
self-deprecation.
yeah. I definitely don't think that would be mansplaining because I don't think that's a generally known thing. And when we're streaming on Twitch, you're definitely fine to explain things. That's
okay,
you
well,
don't need to. Let me
right,
ban those
right.
bots real quick. Be gone, bots. Be gone.
Bye, bots, bye.
If anyone doesn't know, it's basically like these people are tied up in a cave facing a dark
Yeah.
wall with a fire behind them. And all they see is the fire flickering against the wall. And then one day one of them breaks free and escapes the cave and goes outside. And because of it being so like completely changing their worldview, they refuse to accept it and they go back into the cave and tie themselves back up and stare at the wall again. That's the TLDR version of it. People willfully are ignorant because they don't want to accept the fact that how they perceive things are incorrect.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I do not
Outside of
have.
their own perspective. I was literally gonna say, have you
Yeah.
added Siriba? Because
I
that was one of the
haven't.
streamer checklist things.
I didn't. I forbore.
Ooh, you're in trouble.
No, it's okay. it's helpful for you, honestly.
Yeah.
Just you don't have to do anything. It does it for you, right?
Yeah, I'd foregore.
It's okay. It's
I mean, you
actually, I don't
literally
know how
are
your
a first
PC is,
person,
but
so.
yeah.
It's not great. I mean, it's okay.
No, that's not what we meant. More so, it's like it's okay. It's early, like this is the first stop. It's just it is something you could do while you're live. Like you just have to go to a specific link and like mod Siribot with /mod in chat, and like it's very very simple.
We've only got 12 more minutes left in my time slot, so
Yeah. I just want to make sure that we're not bringing any bots over into the. And also, Sai, did you get my message? No,
Yes.
I guess not. Yes.
Also, hi, by
okay,
the way,
okay,
Techie.
okay.
I
Also-
responded.
Also, happy birthday to Techie in chat. One of my VIPs. It's their birthday.
Happy birthday.
They just popped
Hey.
in, so wanted to tell them happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, after this game, I will, well, I mean, after the stream, I think I'll set up Saribot. I'm gonna nap, and then I'm gonna...
Oh, yeah, get your rest.
Yeah, because I did not sleep enough, and I have a terrible headache.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's not uncommon for me to have a terrible headache, considering I have brain damage. That's just kind of normal.
Yeah, me
it
too.
still sucks, though, to, like, be in pain.
Yeah, it does. But also, like, it's weird. It's kind of like the cave thing, where I'm so used to pain.
Yeah.
It's
Don't know
not...
anything else.
Yeah, I don't really remember what it's like to not be in pain.
Ugh, I'm so sorry. Well, thank you so much for kicking us off then.
Oh, absolutely.
Considering. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was so weird. Sorry, I mistook that, skeleton with a bandana for a skeleton wearing a mushroom hat, and I got really excited, and then I realized it was just a spotted bandana.
Oh. No, I can't aim it right.
Yeah, I do very much agree with what chat's talking about, how pronouns don't equal gender, and you don't need to feel obligated to use a specific set of pronouns because of how you identify.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess it's less. I don't feel obligated anymore. I don't want to deal with the
fallout of like people
that-
IRL.
Yeah, the fallout, the neurotypical cisgender normativity
Heteronormative.
of it all.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. That.
That is very valid, though. That I do get.
That's kind of like where I'm at too, because it's not exactly triggering for me to he or she her. It just doesn't necessarily align with how I feel. It's, you know, like, I don't know, but I also, and here's where I struggle, is like I'm very femme presenting, right? So like I get it. Like I get why people, you know,
Right.
like I wear makeup, like I dress cutesy, like I get it. So I don't necessarily fault people ever, but it's more so I just get like extra excited when I do hear the proper ones, if that makes sense.
I get that. My biggest struggle with transitioning off of using he him pronouns was my voice. I have a very stereotypically masculine deep voice. So like I understand why people get it wrong so frequently, but at the same time it's like I don't want to artificially make my voice higher. I can. I just don't feel the need to for when I'm comfortable with how my voice is.
That's fair. Yeah, this one is pretty evil, by the way. Yeah, can confirm.
Did you make it?
Through the hole, yeah.
I went through his eye, very fittingly.
I'm sorry, Zai.
Hey, fellow Ace Umbrella person.
Oh,
Congratulations
yeah.
on your self-discovery.
Congrats.
Yeah, Corsi and I have talked about it a little bit here and there, but like, I think we have a shared, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking for you by saying this.
No, you're okay. I'm open about my demisexuality.
Yeah, we have a shared like experience of as we gotten older, identifying with the ace spectrum more and more.
I say I'm just ace, mostly because I'm pretty sure I'm demisexual, but I'm like only 80% sure. So I'm just staying under the ace umbrella because
That's
it's
fair, however you want to
easier than
I know, and there's so much
figuring out.
demi erasure.
Yeah.
In the community, it's tough. But yeah, because like I'm constantly explaining to people, it's not like I experience the sexual attraction and I'm just holding off until, you know, to see if it's a good match. Like, no, like I don't experience it. It doesn't happen until like I very much so have a deep bond with someone. It's just, you know, I don't know. And even then, it's different from person to person, and it changes, and...
Yeah. It's very fluid and not what hetero people, like normal hetero people experience.
Yeah. No,
I accidentally reset my mouse sensitivity, so I'm fixing that real fast. But we're not going to have time for another whole, so do you want to chat things before we raid into our next train?
Yeah, and that's gonna be Caber Hook, which I already checked in, and Caber's awake, so that's Gouda news. And I just want to thank everybody for joining us this early in the morning.
Absolutely.
Froge, Asha, Sindra, that was so sweet of you to raid in, right? BB. I, I was joking with Sai earlier too that yeah, I feel very intimately familiar with all of y'all's names considering how
Yeah.
much spreadsheet
Mm-hmm.
work we've been doing and
Yeah.
how much I've been seeing your names in Discord, Moonstar. So I'm so excited to finally start the event and kick things off. I will be pretty much throughout the whole day in chat as much as I can be. And hopefully we'll also be getting the first raid trailer out sometime today. That's what I'm going to be working on
Ooh.
the side. Yeah. I'm trying to go in order of people who appear soonest. So if you're within the first few days of the event, y'all will be in the first trailer because I want to showcase y'all as soon as possible. Um, and yeah, if anybody does want to take clips during the raid train now, from anything that happens along the way, you can post it in the Discord under raid clips now that the
Hey.
event has officially started, which is very exciting. Um, and yeah, uh, Trip, thank you so much. And I'm
Yeah.
excited to do more. We're probably going to be doing the monster
Yes.
prom at
I
some point.
I'm looking at my schedule. I've got quite a few this week. I've got quite a few
It doesn't have to be, it could be whenevs,
things.
right?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying I'm looking at my schedule. I've got
You're
one,
busy this
two,
week.
3 appearances on the Spoon Platoon throughout this week.
Wow, look at you
Already.
go.
So, because I'm hosting on
VIP.
Thursday, Friday, I'm joining for a actually a TTRPG, a rules light thing called what's it called? Um, doo 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 doo. Major Magica, hosted by Effector of Change. Uh, that
Ooh.
that should be fun. Um,
Yeah.
I can't remember if they're doing it. It's part of a raid train. I can't remember if it's for this one or for the DC3 one, but on sorry, trying to pull up my little schedule notepad doc.
Yeah,
On
of
Wednesday,
course.
I'm gonna be doing an interview with Busby,
Oh,
talking
Ooh.
he is
about
one of our
yeah,
mods. We love that.
talking about like my kind of talking more specifically about my experiences with being a disabled content creator, kind of like what I was talking about at the beginning, but a little bit
Yeah.
more in depth. In depth.
Yeah, nice. I love that.
I think this was a nice low key start to the kind of get us warmed up, get us waking up.
Yeah. Actually, I totally had this was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely perfect. And we can maybe plan that lethaler content warning at some point in the Discord if anybody else did want to join us for that at some point throughout the event too. But thank you so much. What's your do you stream on a schedule or is it
Um, kind of.
mm-hmm.
Um, I'm going very much off my schedule for the rest of this month. Typically,
Mm-hmm.
I stream most evenings, starting at 5 or 6 p.m. EST,
Cool.
but that is not the case this week.
That's fair. This is under special events, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you
Um,
had this, you had the Disabled Content Creators Collective raid train as
yeah.
well.
Also, I recently joined an Among Us group who plays in the what's afternoon my time zone. So I've been keeping streaming after that. I've been streaming been invited to some things with those people. It's been really fun. So my schedule is
Nice.
transitioning to more like middle afternoon EST. Um, I do have a see. I guess my plugs. I guess before we move over.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's 3 exclamation mark commands for the 3 things I do. I have exclamation mark podcast if you enjoy my voice and want to hear me talk about horror movies and stuff. That's Couldn't Scare Less. Exclamation mark YouTube is my primary YouTube channel. Upload basically every day, either fully edited up things from Twitch that are interesting, as well as lots of indie game content, roguelikes, stuff like that. And exclamation mark Discord is where my community Discord
Yo.
happens. We have a book club in there now. Trying to I post facts, fun facts every day. I've been trying to make that more of an active hub for
Oh, yeah, that's.
talking and community
Mhm.
jazz.
I do love that idea. I
Before I
know
go,
you
would you
had
actually?
talked to me about it, but yeah.
I love the fun facts. It's been so much fun.
Hmm.
Would you like to hear what yesterday's fact of the day was before we
Yes,
rant
please
over?
share it.
Since we
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
few minutes.
yeah.
Yesterday's fact of the day, it was actually fact number 582 I've posted in this Discord. Doing one a day for that long. The strawberry poison
Whoa.
dart frog has earned the nickname the blue jeans frog because its underside is a dark blue, and from certain angles it looks like it's wearing a pair of jeans.
Oh, that's cute.
It's an adorable little guy. It looks like
Oh,
he's wearing pants.
a little guy.
But don't touch it. It's super venomous. But
Oh,
it looks like it has a pair of pants on.
that's cute. So if they're wearing pants,
Indeed.
don't touch it.
If they're wearing pants, don't touch with your hands.
I think that's fair across the board too.
Yeah, I guess so. We still technically have 10 minutes. Do we want to just kind of banter, or do we want to head over early?
Well, okay. Caber is live.
Yes.
We don't necessarily have to go right this second.
Yeah.
We can, Sai, did you wanna promo
Oh yeah,
anything
of
real
course.
quick before we,
Um,
head off?
I don't have
Talk
anything
about
right now.
yourself as one of the so okay, fine, I'll do it. Sai Synesthesia is one of the admins who's been helping a lot with this spreadsheet stuff. And is in addition to one of the admins and partaking in this event with us, is an amazing artist as well. You could check Synesthesia out. Pretty much that handle on all socials.
Yeah, I'm synesthesia everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily vector art and lettering / calligraphy if you're into that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's sick.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that this is as successful as it can be. So
Thank you.
I'm
I
happy
really
to
appreciate it.
help out.
I think this is going to be an amazing couple weeks. We have such a great group of beans and already look at all these early birds who
Right?
showed by on the
Mm-hmm.
first literal time slot. All of y'all get extra credit, okay? You get
100%.
extra
Absolutely.
spoons. We're sending all the love your way. There was no requirement to be here this early, and yet y'all came out and showed up to kick us off with love, and we really appreciate that. Didn't
100%. It was so, because I was sitting here so tired and with my headache, I was like,
Yeah, oh no.
it was so nice to see so many people coming out and supporting us right at the very start of the event.
Yeah.
Your support's appreciated. Your spoons are appreciated.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Definitely made me breathe a sigh of relief because I was like,
Aw.
things like that are so much easier when we've got chat to play off of and talk off of, especially when you're low on spoons and a little tired.
That's
It's
why I
helpful
wanted
to
to be in
have.
VC too, just in case, because I knew that was a lot of pressure to ask you to fill that first
I
slot.
do appreciate you
So,
joining me.
yeah, of course. Thanks for
Definitely
having me.
made it easier to kind of keep the dialogue going through the brain fog.
Yay, I'm so glad. And listen, please get plenty of rest throughout
Oh
this.
yeah,
I'll go check let me see if Caper, are you ready if we come over now, mayhaps? Because I know you're not feeling well, so I don't want to make
yeah.
you hang
Thank
on
you.
any longer than you have to. It's wild because Caber actually it worked out so horribly. Caber has COVID right now.
I saw in the chat. That's so
Um,
sad.
so we need to, in addition to you getting rest, we also have to send some love onto Caver as well, who's been a huge help in addition with the spreadsheets and a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
admin stuff, handling all of the scheduling changes on the Discord, like, and picking up such an early slot. We need to definitely send the love over. So if you didn't copy that
Yes, be sure
pinned
to
comment,
grab
that is
the
our,
pin.
yeah, that's our raid call. That's our raid message for the train. Just make sure you have this copied before we raid over,
Yep.
so we can make sure we're sending all of the love and hype over to Caber to get this train going on to its next It's very like second, like first transitionary stop, second stop on the 2 week
Indeed.
journey.
And they're going to be playing Don't Starve, which I'll have to watch the VOD for later because I absolutely love Don't Starve. Typically don't starve together
Yay.
because I don't have normal Don't Starve, but
Yeah.
this is a fun game. I'm terrible at it. I'm so bad at
I'm
it.
excited to watch some playthrough because I haven't really, but I have the game. I got it on a sale. But I'm excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, Caber did confirm
Alrighty.
being ready, so we can head over whenever, my fellow platooners.
Alrighty, we're going to be raiding over in... I'm going to do like kind of a 5-4.
Yeah, count us out.
4, 3, 2, 1. The train is moving.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. Bye bye.
It sounds just